Stories that remind us that how fragile life can be. And yes, while political debates continue, a devastating tragedy in Dallas. It has left families grieving and communities searching for the answers. Some stories do remind us that tragedy can strike without any warning. A devastating explosion in Dallas. It has become one of that such story. What began as a report of a gas leak, it quickly turned into a disaster that shocked an entire community in the US. A powerful blast ripped through an apartment complex, killing at least 3 people, including a minor. Several others are injured, though homes are destroyed, families were displaced, and an entire neighborhood was left struggling to comprehend what really happened with them. In the meantime, witnesses they described hearing a loud explosion. With that, windows were rattled, walls were shocked, objects fell from the shelf. Many initially thought it was an earthquake that appeared. Yes, others believed something much bigger has happened with them. When they looked outside, they saw thick black smoke rising into the sky. In the meantime, firefighters they were already responding to reports of a gas leak when the explosion occurred. Emergency crew rushed to the scene, but the damage it had already been done. Entire section of the building it was reduced to rubble. In fact, families they were desperately searching for their loved ones. The scene was horrific. Residents stood outside watching the whole destruction unfold before their eyes. Now, for many people, the most heartbreaking aspect of the tragedy was the uncertainty. Parents searching for their innocent children, small children, friends trying to contact their loved ones. In fact, neighbors, they were just waiting for the news. Maybe good, maybe bad. But hours after explosion, rescue team continued searching through the debris, hoping to locate the survivors and determine whether any additional victims they were remained trapped or not. Ladies and gentlemen, stories they begin emerging from the scenes. A young girl reportedly carried her younger sibling and family dog to safety. Residents described helping neighbors escape that horrific incident. Families stood together in parking lots, watching smoke rise from what had once been their home. Behind every major disaster, there are countless personal lives, stories of fear, stories of survival, stories of loss, stories of resistance. Investigators they are still working to determine exactly what caused the explosion though, but early reports suggest the damaged gas line it may have played a role here. But questions do remain. Could the tragedy have been prevented? Well, were there any warning signs? Will new safety measures be introduced? Those answers, it may take some time. But let's be honest, for families who are affected, the consequences, they are immediate. Well, lives have changed forever. Homes have been lost and a community now fears the difficult task of rebuilding. Now, this tragedy it serves as a reminder that while international conflict dominate the headlines, ordinary people continue facing challenges much closer to their home. And sometimes those challenges can be just as devastating.